What's good? This is Tellurian.
And this is Timothy.
And we are the TNT Podcast.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all follow our podcast Instagram page at TNT Podcast for all of our content. You can also listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All links will be in the description. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show. Welcome back to another episode of the TNT Podcast, our album review series. We got a special episode today. I am one half of the TNT Podcast. My name is Timothy, and of course, I got my family here with me. What's good with you, my boy?
I'm good, man. It's the other half of the TNT Podcast. So yeah, man, let's get into this album, bro.
We got a special one today.
Man.
We got Kendrick Lamar with
man, the new Kendrick joint, man.
GNX.
Yeah, man.
GNX.
And it's crazy, like we ended our 3-part series with Kendrick, but we did not know this man was gonna drop an album, at least not now. And I don't think this is it either. I think something else is coming.
Yeah, he confirmed. Well, not confirmed, but they've been pretty much putting out in the universe that there is going to be a deluxe to it. I saw where Daylight, shout out to Daylight, he put out. I think he did a video where he was saying that. Oh no, it was a tweet. He said. He asked, because, he's real cryptic. He never ever says anything like just outright. You have to figure out what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He put up a tweet that said, bro said, what song do you want to get on the deluxe?
Man.
And I'm assuming he's talking about Kendrick.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It looks like there is going to be a deluxe version. I'm excited to hear that. If Daylight's on it, I already know him and Kendrick are just going to be going nuts.
Insane.
It's probably going to be so many metaphors, so many bars, so many like... Daylight is also one of those rappers who, if you listen to his music, he's very, very. He's like Kendrick. He's like Kendrick, like some read between the lines type stuff.
Yep.
So
he's one of them ones. He battle rap and all of that. He one of them ones.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So before we get the album review started, I do just want to say that I see a lot of talk out there of people saying that Kendrick has only had this year because he dissed Drake, and
I don't like that.
Nah, I don't think it's because he dissed Drake. I think that you guys are leaving stuff out. He didn't just diss Drake. He smoked Drake.
Yeah.
He put Drake in a pack and smoked him. Smoked him completely. Strategy was better. Rapping was better.
Absolutely.
Album came out is dope. Grammy nominated. Super Bowl performance.
Come on, bro.
Smoked.
It's like you can't ignore all of the things he's like these list of things in this year going into 2025 that he's doing and that he's about to do. Like, yeah, bro. I don't like it's the not like us is the only reason. No, like, bro, Kendrick's been doing this.
Yeah, he's been doing it, but I also want to say too, him smoking Drake and having the amazing year that he's having because he smoked Drake is not a bad thing.
Exactly.
He is having this amazing year because of the Drake situation, but it was because of the way that he executed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we have to recognize that.
Absolutely.
This was one of the biggest battles that we've ever seen in hip hop, and we've never ever seen someone like Kendrick come in and just completely sweep.
Exactly.
And I love Drake. I'm always going to be a fan of Drake. Love his music. Love Family Matters, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And Kendrick is well deserving of everything that has came this year from the battle because he completely dominated from start to finish, from Like That all the way to Not Like Us. Man. Phenomenal, perfect execution. He smoked your boy. So I just wanted to say that we can get into the album review.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The album review. So Kendrick, GNX.
GNX, man.
Surprise.
So what did you think when you first saw the cover of GNX?
I saw a lot of talk about the comparisons between. So there was 2 covers where they were saying it was the Wayne Carter 2.
I saw that too.
And I saw Hove for his volume 2. I think it was In My Lifetime volume 2 that, he's standing in front of the car. And to me, it looks more like In My Lifetime volume 2.
So do you think just off the cover alone, do you think that he's just paying homage or do you think he, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Do you think that's a paying homage or do you think it just so happened to look like those covers?
I think it could be both. I think the great thing about Kendrick is he allows the listener and the consumer to kind of make that
interpret
up. Yeah.
what they see.
Yeah, interpret what they see, and I think that's the great thing. So yeah, I mean, I think it could be both. It could be an homage. It could be just him being an original thought. It could have been Dave Free being like, "Yo, we just want to put you in front of a car because you're mysterious, and we just want people to figure it out."
Or it could be cars is a big Cali culture thing.
Facts.
And
That's
this
facts.
whole project is Cali vibe.
Facts.
Even with the Spanish in
Facts.
the song.
The mariachi.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's real heavy in California culture. I lived out in Cali almost 5 years. That's a really big culture.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
gonna lie to you. They smacking us with the tacos. Tacos there is
I believe it.
dog.
It's like that.
I went to a taco festival in California.
I feel like that's almost like next to the homeland.
It is.
When it comes to
California is Mexico.
Yes, exactly. It's like
Yeah, bro.
It's like brothers, like
Yes,
brothers,
bro.
sister, brother, whatever.
So I picked that up from the cover. I was like, car culture. That's a big thing in California with like the Hispanics, even black people out in California. Cars are a big thing. Yeah, man. But so yeah, I think that's one big thing. I think it could have been like he paying homage to that rappers before him, and then it could just be I'm from California. I'm about to be in my Cali bag because this to me is the most
I like that.
West Coast I've ever heard on his album. He's given us a little glimpse of West Coast in certain songs, but his albums have not been
All the way through.
West Coast because this is the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just gives West Coast vibes on the whole thing. Even the rappers that I hadn't even heard of, they was going crazy on this project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And originally when it dropped, it didn't have the feature list.
When
I was hearing the different rappers, I was like, I want to know who these people are that are rapping on this because they sound really good.
Yeah.
And so that is what I got from the cover when I started listening to the album. I was like, California, West Coast, cars are big in the West Coast. The Spanish speaking stuff, that's West Coast. I mean, that's Spanish culture, but that's a big thing in the West Coast.
Yeah. So the story behind that is he saw the woman perform. I don't know who it is, but he saw the woman perform at a Dodgers game, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I like that. And then he contacted her, and then she ended up being on the album. I was looking at this post from her, and she was saying that she was just called into the studio and she was just told to record something and didn't know what it was for. And so I love how Kendrick is so, even with his album rollouts, nobody knows what's happening because I think it was, who was it? I think it was Hitta J3. It was Hitta J3 on the GNX song. He said that he didn't even know when the album was coming out, and that Kendrick literally just walked into the label and on the day of his album. I don't know how true this is. This is just stuff I'm seeing online. Mm-hmm. He walked in the label on the day that the album was coming out and was like, yo, I'm dropping my album today. And I believe it.
Oh, that's crazy.
I believe it because Kendrick is he's Kendrick.
Yeah, he can do whatever.
He's a one-on-one. But yeah, man. So the day that the album dropped, he put up a snippet, and it was like a little video of a song that's actually not on the album, and it sounded incredible. Yep. So I'm assuming that is going to be something that's going to be on the deluxe version of the album. So I'm excited. I'm super excited to hear that.
So you think we're getting a deluxe version, or do you think we're going to get a whole nother album?
I think it may be a deluxe because they are actually doing. I think they put up a link for like vinyl presses and stuff like that. So they're going all in for this. So this is the album. This is the album. Now I'm not saying he's not going to drop anything. He can still drop something next year, but this is the album, and I think that the deluxe is just going to add to this album. And if he comes out with an album in 2025, because he might still, I think that's going to be something completely different. I think that'll be more conceptual, but or maybe he might stay in the West Coast bag. He might do that because I think this album is important, and I'll explain why.
Very much so.
Very important. And I think that this is gonna. It may not be on when it's all said and done, it may not be on the list of like top Kendrick albums for the consumer. Be an
important album,
but this is going to be an important album, and we'll explain why as we go through more. But let's get into the track list, man. What did you think when you first heard Whacked Out Murals? Because he's swinging.
All right.
As soon as it comes on.
Let's get into this.
As soon as it comes on.
Because there was some lines in here.
Oh yeah, you know me. I got lines.
Okay, one of the lines, of course, that stood out to me was the Lil Wayne line, the Nas line. Nas is one of the only ones that congratulated me. And what was the line he said about Wayne? It seems like,
think my hard work must have let Lil Wayne down. Whatever.
My hard work let Lil Wayne down. And then you see what Lil Wayne says.
So before you say that, hard work, I want to stay on hard work because there is, or not stay on it, but I just want to say that there is each song on this album has a concept to it, but there is also an overall theme of the entire project. And I just want both of us to keep hard work in mind, but continue.
Okay, yeah.
Continue.
So he says that line, and then, but in my mind, I don't know why it felt like Lil Wayne took it as a diss.
Yeah, it was not a diss. I just want to make that clear. That was not a diss.
It wasn't.
It was not a diss.
So you know, and I don't want to just go down a super deep rabbit hole about this, but when I picked that up, it also made me go into the mind of like Wayne, and you know how much I love Wayne, but at the same time, Wayne be sometimes, I think, so out of tune of what's happening sometimes. Like he be so much in his own world that he don't be knowing what's going out in the world, which all the time you don't need to know what's going on in the news, because sometimes being like a over consumption of just the outer world, sometimes it can get depressing and get sad, and you just want to know about what's just going on in your world, and you only stay in that world. But when I realized that what Kendrick said, and then Lil Wayne responded almost in the sense of like it was a diss. And my mind was like, why did he take that as a diss? Because that line almost made it, well, not the line that Kendrick said, but when Wayne said what he said, it made me think like, okay, he didn't get the Super Bowl thing. Kendrick got it. So it's letting Wayne down that he didn't get that. And then he almost felt like it was a diss. I felt like Lil Wayne sometimes be so much in his own world that he don't even recognize sometimes what a diss is and what a diss is not sometimes. Which I feel like that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Not being in tune sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't have to be super in tune all the time, but I think sometimes you being too much not in tune, that's why he took that as a diss.
Yeah. Me personally, I think him taking it as a diss was a mistake. So, well, that was a mistake, but the first mistake that he made was tweeting and saying what he said.
Bruh.
Number one,
that's really bad.
If you're going to go back and forth with someone like Kendrick, I don't want to hear I don't want to see any tweets. Yeah. You just need to go straight into the booth. That's it. Like, just go into the booth, get if you're gonna engage, if you're gonna dance, go in the booth and don't tweet. So that was the first thing where I was just like, okay, this is an issue. But no, I don't think that line was a diss, and I think Wayne should have known that. We had this conversation off air whenever I said that there's an entire mixtape that's dedicated to Lil Wayne that Kendrick made. So he has respect.
Absolutely.
He has respect for Wayne. And
absolutely.
Joe Budden put out his episode where he said that Wayne went and recorded a response. I think that Wayne's manager came out and debunked that and said that it's not true. And I'm happy. I'm happy because I don't want to see what would come from that.
I was just about to ask, what happens if Wayne drops something?
I don't think it would be a good idea. I don't think it would be a good idea for Wayne.
I don't think so.
Me personally, I'm not going to slander Wayne, but I don't think it would be a good idea for Wayne. I think Wayne is cemented, highly respected, held in high regard in hip hop. He's one of the greatest of all time. He is culturally impactful. He has classic albums. He's done all of these things, but I do not think that all of that translates into engaging in war.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
Does
anything
that
to do with
tamper
that.
with Wayne's legacy if he does?
No, I don't think so. The internet is gonna make it seem like that, because one thing that I think is funny is it's funny and I don't like it is how the internet will try to rewrite history. So like even with the Kendrick and Drake thing, yeah, Drake got smoked and he did the thing that he did that we're gonna talk about that we're not gonna speak of right now because I'm just like what, but that doesn't erase everything that Drake has contributed. So I don't, me personally, I'm not, I don't like the trying to rewrite history and all that kind of stuff. So no, but I'm speaking for me though. There's people out there that would probably say it would mess up Lil Wayne's legacy. I don't think it would, because when Hove and Nas went at it, Jay lost, and Jay is the greatest rapper of all time to me. So it doesn't affect anything. I think that warfare and rap battles is just something that just happens. So no, I don't think that line was a diss. I think Wayne was out of his mind.
I think he misinterpreted it.
He misinterpreted that as for 100%. But you brought up the Nas line.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people that were saying, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Nas was the only one that congratulated.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a shot at J. Cole? Because J. Cole may let Nas down. And Kendrick is saying, because if you want me to be honest with you, this is something that I also don't want to see, but I think J. Cole might spin the block. I ain't gonna hold you, because I think that there's some stuff on this album.
I've been thinking about that.
He's talking about Drake, but there's some J. Cole stuff on here too. So I thought that was really, really interesting. That was really interesting. I think that, I don't know, J. Cole and Kendrick might spin the block on each other next year in 2025.
I can almost see that because Kendrick stuff be having double meaning.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh, Nas is the only one that congratulated me, pretty much almost saying like, he's proud of me.
Yeah.
You let him down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
There's a few other lines in there. I like when he said, put their head on a Cuban link as a monument. That bar was so hard.
Yeah,
that bar is so hard.
Yeah, that was hard, bro.
So hard.
That was hard.
He was going crazy. He came out the door. I love the beat. I love the instrumental. It's very, very like, he's like, I'm serious. Like I'm serious. And you know how I feel about Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about
I love
Wu-Tang.
when people do Wu-Tang homage or
know you a god even when they say you ain't.
Yeah.
When you start doing that black Asiatic 5% talk, when you start going there, Kendrick better start wearing bulletproof vests. You better start wearing bulletproof vests.
It gets scary when you get into that 5% talk, because it's like another language.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's for sure another language. You know, and I don't mean to boast or anything like that, but I really want you guys. It's a lot of hip hop, man. It's a lot of hip hop out there. There's a lot of stuff that these rappers talk about in their music that I feel like you have to really dig deep. You got to really dig deep into hip hop.
You got to pick up books.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
You got to. It ain't just. You almost can't just hear it in rap. You almost got to hear it in a rap and then read about it.
Yeah.
Because you like a lot of things will go over your head if you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, man.
So you might have to pick up books about it.
When he said, we're still on Whacked Out Murals, by the way. We're still on the same song. When he said, where you from? Not where I'm from. We all indigenous.
Ooh, yeah, that was a bar.
Fam.
That was a bar.
Fam. When you say the language is different.
Come on, man.
Fam.
Yeah.
I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it.
Yeah, I like that bar too. That was cold. That was a cold bar. Yeah. It's some stuff on here, man.
So right out the gate with Whacked Out Murals, I'm already in. You know me.
Yeah, same.
You know how I am. Like I
like the way albums. I think if you start an album that way,
yeah, the energy.
You're setting the tone for what the
for Slaughter.
Album,
for Slaughter. That's what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. You're setting the tone for what the album is about to be.
Yeah, man.
And he came out swinging on the first track, bro.
Yeah, man. So I'm already in. Whacked Out Murals. I'm already in. Squabble Up was next, and so we heard a snippet of Squabble Up whenever the Not Like Us video came out, and it was everybody was calling it broccoli at first. You with the broccoli. Dope song, man. Dope song. And you know, this is one of the more commercial songs on the album. I think this is about to go crazy in 2025.
Yep.
That and TV Off. We're gonna get to TV Off.
TV Off is crazy.
But Squabble Up, man, music video. Did you watch the video?
I love the video.
Video is fire. So much culture.
It's so many messages in that video.
Did you see the Menace to Society with the kid in the back on the bike? I love how he recreated the Ice-T album.
Yep, that was hard.
That was super. The Ice-T Power album. If y'all haven't heard that, go listen to it. That's like 80s rap. That's a classic.
They even were saying he was paying homage to the Roots, one of the Roots videos.
Yeah. I saw where Questlove came out, and Punch was like, "Nah, we ain't trying to hear it." Because if you remember when the battle was happening, Questlove posted and he spoke out and he was like, "I'm not in support of these two guys that are going back and forth. This is only going to lead to destruction."
Yeah,
and I mean he's speaking some truth. He's speaking some truth about that. So
scary. Like I feel like you got to be very careful with beefs.
I'm happy that this beef didn't turn physical though. I think there was some physical stuff that happened, but I don't think it had anything to do with Kendrick or Drake's camp. So I'm happy about that. But Questlove came out and he was like, "I appreciate the homage in the video," and Punch was like, "Yeah, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Like we remember what you were saying during the beef, so we ain't trying to hear it."
Man, that's crazy, bro.
So Squabble Up, dope, super.
I love Squabble Up. I feel like it's just one of those joints that like it come on in a bar, come on in a club or a party. People gonna just like they're gonna play it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
for sure.
And I feel like the way he did it with the song, he made a super upbeat, dope song, but the video
and the sample too.
But the video got like 1,000 messages in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I like that he did that. Like sometimes he'll make a song simple, but attach a video with it so you can see the messaging behind, like the. I don't want to just say simple lyrics, but he simplifies it lyrically.
Yeah.
So he can give you a more complex video on purpose, though.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he did with that.
What'd you think about Luther?
Luther's my favorite song on the whole project.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say favorite. I actually probably reincarnated. But Luther is top 3, top 4 on the project for me. Yeah. It's so smooth. Like, and I just love him in and SZA together, man.
Oh yeah.
They flow well together, man.
I'm so happy he put her on 2 songs.
Same
on this project. Luther is fire.
Luther's so good, bro. I can play that over and over.
I love Kendrick and his melodic bag.
Absolutely, bro.
So I'm all the way
in my mind. When I heard that, I was like, he could do a whole project like this.
Oh yeah.
Just melodic, just a whole melodic joint, and it'll sound good.
I'm here. I'm definitely here for that if he decides to do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What did you think about Man at the Garden? Because I think I'm in this fight of Man at the Garden and Reincarnated as my favorite moments on this album, but I'm more so leaning towards Man at the Garden because Man at the Garden,
because Man at the Garden and Reincarnated almost sounds almost like biblically connected.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because like Man at the Garden, I think about Adam and Eve. And that's what I think. I think it was. That's why I say it's so many messages.
Yeah,
you gotta catch. And so I really love Man at the Garden because even if you just read that title, my first thought before I even played it, I was like, Man at the Garden. That sounds like Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
the beginning of man.
Definitely
the way God placed man, then women, how Eve came from the rib. Like that was just like my whole thought process. I was like, oh, he tapping into some like biblical stuff with his messages. And he did his thing on this song. What was some stuff in that song that stood out to you in Man in the Garden?
It was all the affirmations, him saying I deserve it all. But the one thing when I first turned it on, when it goes into the chorus, I deserve it all, and then it goes. What does that make you? What does that remind you of? It reminds me of a Nas song. All I need is one mic.
One mic. That's what I was just about to say. That's it had that same. I deserve it all.
All I need.
Yeah. I was like this. Why does this sound so familiar?
So that was the first thing that stood out to me because like when I'm listening, a lot of
homage on here.
Yeah. When I'm listening to Kendrick, there's so many different things like your ear I don't know, like your ear just if you especially if you're someone that loves hip hop.
And I love Nas. You know how I feel about Nas.
Yeah, your ear is gonna pick things up.
Yep.
So what I love about the song is all of the affirmations and him saying that he deserves it all, and then he goes into at the end when he takes it away from himself, and then he starts talking about his kids, and he starts talking about his daughter, how and his mom, how she deserves everything that he's been able to kind of garner and all the accomplishments and everything he's been able to kind of get from all the hard work that he's put in. And that's why I keep saying we have to stay on hard work because that's a theme throughout this album. So he had a line in Man at the Garden where he says, how annoying to know what angers me that lames can speak on the origins of this game I breathe. That was a clear shot at Drake. And I think that's him saying, I did this with integrity. Like I stayed myself. I stayed original. I gave you guys original music. I gave you stories about my life.
I didn't compromise.
Like, I love Maria, the last song, because the concept on that song, I'm going to bring it back to Man at the Garden, but the last song, Maria, he at the end he's talking. You think he's talking about this woman through the whole song, but he's actually talking about his pen. He's saying the B word that I'm talking about is my pen.
Yeah,
like y'all are missing the point. Like my pen did all this. Yep. Like my pen put me in this situation. So
that's crazy. Bro.
So Man at the Garden, and then at the end when the song ends, he says, "Tell me why you deserve the greatest of all time. I'm the one who put in all
the work. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do think that music takes collaboration. It does. But I think that collaboration is different for every artist. I don't want to make this a Drake conversation, but when we talk about like reference tracks and things like that, I think some artists will use reference tracks as collaboration. I think some artists may not choose to use reference tracks, and they may have just inspiration in the room. So I think in Family Matters, even though it was a diss, whenever Drake said K-Dot's pen is only hitting when Baby Keem put his pen to it, I think people took that bar out of context. I don't think that Baby Keem is writing for Kendrick, but I do think that I'm sorry, that Baby Keem is around for inspiration. So Mr. Morale, you hear, push these niggas on me like you.
Yeah.
That sounds like Baby Keem.
Yeah.
That sounds like Baby Keem was there to help. And I don't see anything wrong with collaboration. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think people are so stuck on ghostwriting and what ghostwriting is, and no, man, like I think we should get off of that and more so focus on a lot of these albums that we all love.
We just love them, bro.
It takes collaboration. Like I think people draw inspiration for Kendrick to be great. I think he needs to draw inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I always think about it in the sense where where I heard Mos Def say, if you're a writer, you're controlling the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And that he has a point. But I don't think people like Mos Def are not collaborating with people. I think pretty much every MC that we love or think are the greatest are collaborating. I don't think nobody's just not collaborating with anyone.
Yeah,
I don't think every rapper is doing every single thing themselves.
Yeah,
and if they are, I feel like it might be somewhere they might lack somewhere, maybe. Like, and if they are and they do come out with a great album, and if that's the case, that's incredible too. But I think every rapper is doing some type of collaboration, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like,
but I think just bringing it back, I think him saying, "Tell me why you deserve to be the greatest of all time." I think he is saying, "I'm different. Like I'm different. Like maybe there is collaboration, but I want you guys to know that everything is still coming from me." In my head.
Absolutely.
And I'm
writing from my own brain.
Yeah, this is my story. This is my story. So there may be collaboration, but you guys' collaboration is different than mine.
Exactly.
It's different than me. So
exactly.
I think Man at the Garden is probably my favorite song on the album so far. Now that may change.
Yeah.
But I love Man at the Garden. I love the Nas homage. I love all of because I mean, for all the hard work that Kendrick has put in, he does deserve everything that's happening to him. That's happened in the past, but that's happening to him this year. And this is why I started it off in the beginning by saying y'all can sit here and say that he's only having this year because he dissed Drake, but it's not. It's not only because he just dissed Drake.
Absolutely,
it's because he did it with passion.
Absolutely. I don't see how anybody could just say it was just off of the Drake thing. Like, if you don't like Kendrick, I mean, it's whatever. But I'm just like saying that's the only reason. And he's been doing this consistently with every album. That's kind of you can't dismiss the facts or what's been happening with him.
Right.
Because it's facts that he got Grammys on To Pimp a Butterfly. It's facts that he got Grammys with Damn, like
platinum out,
platinum
numbers and all this stuff doesn't
matter.
But these are milestones.
Exactly.
These are
he's
milestones.
Still been doing things.
Yeah.
Even outside of the Grammys,
it's there.
Yeah. So he's proved time and time again with each project that he's innovative and doing something new and fresh. So yeah.
One more line from Man at the Garden that I really, really loved was when he said, I want to make a better life for my daughter. May my son take it further than his father. I thought that was super.
Yeah, that was hard.
Super dope.
Yeah, that was a hard bar. Yeah, man, I think that's what every parent wishes for their kids, for them to go further than they ever did. So, that was a beautiful bar for sure. Yeah, man, I love that song.
What'd you think about Hey Now? Hey Now, Say Now.
Yeah, bro, Hey Now was hard. Hey Now was hard. I'm trying to remember the things he was saying in that song.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he's still referring to Drake as a goat when he said, "I just strangled a goat."
That was the line that stood out to me.
Why do you think? Because I have my reasons, but why do you think he's still referring to Drake as a goat after all of this?
Because he wouldn't have went into the battle at all if he didn't respect Drake.
That's true. That's a fact.
I think
that's a fact.
And so, and I think he's probably talking about his generation, his peers, and he's the only one that went like toe to toe with me. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like that.
You know
I like that because if you think about it, yeah, like the and this is why I kept saying
behavior.
This is why I kept saying
that's GOAT level.
Leave it to the pop star, the guy that y'all keep calling a pop star. Leave it to him.
They say he's the least hip hop, but
leave it to the singer.
He's the only one that had the gall to actually go toe to toe.
You know, I like that. I like that you said that because I know we've been talking about this, but I didn't even think.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he really is the only one.
He respects Drake, bro.
He really is the only one. So
he respects Drake.
To me, it surprised me, but then I was like, yeah, the respect is still there, and I think that just makes Kendrick look so much better.
You know what I'm saying?
Instead of being like, I just killed him. Yeah, like I said, like people trying to rewrite history. You can't rewrite history. So I just like the fact that he's still referring to Drake as a GOAT. I just killed him. But you know, he's
GOATed.
He went up against me, and I'm me.
There's people like that are considered more hip hop than Drake that would not have gone in the ring with Kendrick.
I love the part when he was like, what the fuck you wearing, bro? Is tacky. Like just all of the different voices and like the different
I love his voice inflection.
Yeah, man. He's going crazy on this.
Yeah,
album.
he went crazy.
He's going crazy. And what I've always loved about Kendrick, Black Hippie, TDE, all incredible MCs. J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, Absol, Kendrick, all great. And I'm talking about the original Black Hippie. Like all great MCs, but the one thing that they always had in their music was wit. They've always been witty all the time. They've always been witty. They can bar you up and they can say some deep stuff, but they can also make you laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's one of the reasons why I love Euphoria. Euphoria was so great to me because there was so much wit in there. Like he was being funny. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
Yeah,
so hilarious to me. Yeah, man, I love Hey Now. Hey Now is
bro. That line, niggas laying on their deathbed trying to match me is crazy.
Oh yeah, man,
that's a crazy bar.
He had a funny line at TV off when we get to that. It was the grandma line.
That line was crazy.
It was the grandma line.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll cut my grandma off if she don't see it how I see it.
Yeah, that's actually grandma. You cutting grandma off?
That's hilarious.
Whoa,
that is hilarious. Reincarnated. Tell me what you think. I need to hear it. Tell me what you think about because it's so much to unpack. So much,
bro. I listen to this song, bro. It's the Pac flow. It's the beat. It's the him talking to Satan. It's the because the talking to Satan thing was crazy because a lot of people don't know.
Well, it was Satan talking to God. So
Satan talking to God. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But you can. What I love about this song, I don't mean to cut you off. What I love about the song is when it gets to that part, I interpreted that 3 different ways.
So what's one of the ways you interpret?
Well, so
do you know about the God and Satan thing?
Yeah. So what I took from it was
about music.
Lucifer, the angel of music, and I feel like
he was kicked out of heaven.
Kicked out of heaven
because 1/3 of the angels.
Because he said you fell out of heaven.
Yeah, and because he thought of himself as God. Yeah,
and so to me, there's so many different layers to this song. So obviously Lucifer reincarnated in man through the music because there's a lot of evil in the music, a lot of message, and a lot of with the 2 people. So I was completely wrong. So when I first listened to this song, you know me, I'm someone who likes to try to unpack things on my own. I do not like to look at things. I want to try to get it on my own. And what I love about Kendrick is he's gonna make you think. He's gonna make you think. So I was completely wrong. When I first heard the song, I thought the first person was Elvis, and then I thought he was talking about Whitney Houston. The second person. So he was actually talking about is it Dina or Dinah Washington? Because I don't know. I'm not familiar with either one of these artists. These artists were before our time.
Yeah, I don't know if I caught that one.
So Dina or Dinah Washington, y'all can correct me, was the second person, and John Lee Hooker was the first person.
I heard of John Lee Hooker.
I have no idea who these are before our time, so I had to go actually look it up because I was completely off. But I'm okay with that because that's what I love about breaking down these songs is being wrong and actually being like, oh, okay, this was actually about this. Reincarnated, I had to go and look up who he was talking about. Now the end, when he started talking to God and doing the Lucifer conversation, I was able to pick that up because it reminded me of this song by Razkaz called "Interview with a Vampire." And I want y'all to listen to this song. It's called Razkaz "Interview with the Vampire," and in the song, it's Razkaz talking from God's perspective, and he's talking to Satan. He's talking to Satan, and it's kind of like in the song he's talking about good and evil. Yeah. And it's called "Interview with the Vampire." It's on his second project after Soul on Ice. I want y'all to go listen to that. And then also there's another song by Razkaz called "The Evil That Men Do" that I want y'all to go check out because I think there's some of that in the Reincarnated song.
He went crazy
as well. He did the Tupac delivery.
Yep.
He sampled "Made Niggas."
Yep.
From Tupac, and then so you have the God and you have the Lucifer perspective. But before he gets into that, he talks about how his dad kicked him out of the house.
I caught that.
Early.
I caught that.
So I also looked at it as Kendrick talking to his dad.
Yeah.
Saying
that's what I picked up on.
Saying I'm trying to affect the youth and spread a good message through my music. And he's talking to his father. Excuse me. So again, I feel like you could interpret this any way you want. It could be the God and Satan conversation. It could be Kendrick talking to his father.
I caught that.
Or it could just be Kendrick talking about the evils,
or talking to the industry.
Talking
about
to
how evil the music industry is.
Exactly.
I mean, the music industry, I mean, and of course we love hip hop, but there are things in hip hop that promote a certain thing that he probably doesn't want to promote.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So, and that goes back to the God and Satan thing. Satan,
the duality. It's a duality.
Like, Lucifer was over music.
Yeah,
and so Lucifer coming down, affecting music on Earth. So it makes there's a lot of correlations.
Yeah.
So
I also think too, it's the bigger picture is Kendrick throughout the years on all of his albums has always talked about the struggle of internal battles, good and bad. He's always talked about that. So I think the overall message of the song is the internal battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, I got some lines.
Yeah.
When he said Isaiah 14 was the only thing that's prevalent. Isaiah 14 was the destruction of Babylon and the fall of the king in the Bible, who was the enemy of God's people. So reincarnated, of course, we talked about Lucifer. That all kind of just lands really, really well. And when he's the part where I said father kicked me out at 14, and then yeah, just the idea of Tupac, because throughout Kendrick's career, he's always talked about Tupac. I think Tupac is. I know we talk about like as far as like stylistically and stuff like that, the technicality. He's more like Eminem, but I think Kendrick
Pac was the most passionate. I think
Pac was the most passionate.
He wasn't the most lyrical, but he was the most passionate.
I hear Tupac more than anyone in Kendrick's music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throughout the years, I've always heard Tupac.
Absolutely.
You know, he had the line on Mr. Morale when he said, you know, Tupac is dead. You got to think for yourself. At the end of To Pimp a Butterfly, he had the interview where he was talking to Tupac. He's always had, and even
the album To Pimp a Butterfly. It was supposed to be called To Pimp a Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Tupac. That means Tupac.
I remember that High Power at the end of it when he said Thug Life. Yeah. Like Tupac has always been deeply ingrained in Kendrick's music. So
yeah, absolutely.
I think Reincarnated, and this y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but I think Reincarnated is gonna go down as a top 3 one of his most deepest
I could see it.
cuts. Top 3. I'm not ready to put it above how much a dollar costs yet.
Nah,
but,
I ain't gonna say that yet.
But it's up there. Yeah. It's up there. It's up there. So Reincarnated, definitely a high moment on this album for sure.
That's top 3 for me on the album.
For sure.
Top 3 for sure.
Mustard. Turn the TV off. Turn it.
Bro, he went crazy on Turn the TV off.
Now, this is a Drake diss, okay? Absolutely. Like, can we just say that this is him saying, yo, Drake, I'm about to be out here. I'm outside. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Mustard!
Bro, he's about to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, turn your TV off. So
it's going to be on a lot of people's TVs.
Yeah, this is ringing off next year. This is ringing off crazy. They might even cut that first half of the song off just to play the second half on the radio.
Yeah.
Start it from the mustard part and then just let it go. Man, TV off definitely one of the highs on the album for me for sure.
Well, one of the lines that the it's the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. Bro, that's hard. Bro. That's a hard line. That line is crazy.
Drake's still dying. What they say? They said, what he say on Not Like Us? He said, I'm gonna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.
Bro.
And like people are saying like he's still standing over the body. That's what TV off is. Crazy, Drake is laying there and he's just looking at him.
Bro, even that line when he said the revolution been televised, I fell through with the knickknacks. I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, bro. He's saying he's like the modern, like he is the embodiment of like the revolution on TV.
I'm prophetic. They only talk about it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, he went crazy.
What did he say? I had a bone to pick. Like I was. It was a bone to pick in Seabass line. That shit was hard.
I know what. Yeah, I know what
that was hard.
Yeah. He went crazy, bro.
Yeah, TV off.
Turn the TV off.
That's one of the highs of the album for sure.
Yeah, that's one of the best. It's a good project, man.
Yeah, this album is fire.
It's a really good project, man.
I thought Dodger Blue was dope. That was like more melodic. Yeah, I was happy to see Roddy Ricch. I'm happy to see Roddy Ricch on a Kendrick album.
Same, man.
That's just super dope to see that.
I'm telling you, he gonna do something like far left that you gonna be like, oh snap, Roddy Ricch on here.
Facts.
Yeah, man, he went crazy.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo was really good.
Yeah, I like Peekaboo, man. Peekaboo was super, super dope.
Yeah, man. I
had a bounce to it, little West Coast.
Yeah, man. That's what this album is. It's real West Coast. Got a little bounce. You can play it in the car, parties. It got a vibe.
I mean, I can just. I'm a walk outside saying that. What are you talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about? Ain't talking about nothing.
I was with Antonio and them last night.
Hey. That's my. Hey.
I was with Antonio and Jonathan and them last night, and they played that. We was literally
talking about. What they talking about? Ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? Ain't talking about.
Hey, bro.
That's fire.
That was going crazy.
That is fire.
It got a little bounce to you, like, yo, yeah, that's a good joint, man. I love that one.
All the features on this album killed it, man.
Incredible, bro. I'm so glad he put the features on this album, like after some days, because I wanted to see who was on here. I was like, dang, these rappers going crazy.
Facts.
And I feel like now I want to look more into the rappers that was on here.
Yeah, man.
And then the Hard Part 6 was really, really good. I feel like it was like
I love
a letter to TDE.
Yeah.
To his homies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I love the storytelling.
It was kind of like a sentimental, you know what I'm saying, type of like letter to them, like he how much he loved them type stuff.
He did what Eminem did on the Kamikaze album when Eminem had that song. Can't remember the name of the song, but there's a song on there that's paying homage to D12. And I like how at the end he said, Black Hip. I was responsible for Black Hippie not going further because I went a different direction in my creativity. Yeah. That's what Eminem did on that song on Kamikaze. He was saying, he was basically saying like, it's my fault. I'm the reason why D12 didn't. Because D12's first album was hugely successful.
Yes, bro.
Very successful.
Yes, bro.
And the second one too. And so it was dope. It was dope to hear him kind of go through just the upbringing of Black Hippie and him talking about J-Rock was there first and how he was always around and he had a part in there where he gave Absol his props, like Absol better. Absol is better. He's the best.
Come on, man.
Absol is the best lyrically.
I need y'all to wake up and pay attention. Absol.
Hey, look, Kendrick admitted it. So,
bro, Kendrick is like, bro, and we've been talking about this. I love Kendrick. We talking lyrically. It's Absol.
Yeah, man.
It's Absol, and bro, and that's what I'm saying. He giving people their props.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
GNX was the only song on this album that I did not like, and I didn't like it because I did not like the instrumental. Like I do not like that beat at all.
That's understandable.
And I'm just being honest.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That song I'm most likely going to skip when I play the album because maybe it's one of those things where I'll have to go back and listen again, and maybe the beat will grow on me. But I am one of those people who, yes, the lyrics are important, but the production is also important. And I like to point at that Lupe Fiasco album that we don't speak about, where Lupe Fiasco is very, very, very lyrical. But
talking about Lasers?
Yes, the production on that album kind of ruined it. So
yeah, it's some songs, it's a few songs on Lasers that I like, but yeah, it's like a lot of the production, like
it was a commercial album. It was a commercial album. He tried his thing, but that I'm just trying to give an explanation.
I respect it. I respect it. Man.
I'm just trying to give an explanation as to why that song I did not like the beat at all.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was good.
Well, was it the features, lyrics? What stood out about the song?
I think it was the features on this.
Hit a J3 is dope.
That's what I said. I think I like this song because the features stood out.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to replay it. It'll grow on me. But yeah, I did not. I don't like the beat at all.
Yeah. Nah, I could definitely understand it. Yeah, I think that's what it was for me. It was just like the features, a couple like witty lines in there.
Yeah,
like reincarnated with love, my Gemini twin back, powering up, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of.
That's what I say. It was like some witty stuff in here, like what I mean.
For sure. And I think that kind of because the beat was like, I think the reason why I didn't like the beat is it kind of made the song sound like off tempo kind of, and like I like unorthodox production, but sometimes you have to be careful with that with me.
Yeah,
because I don't like it when production is too left.
Yeah.
And I'm good
and
on it.
I think what it is, I'm not that used to it with Kendrick. I'm more used to it with like an MF Doom. RP.
Yes. Yeah. Rest in peace, MF
like,
Doom.
Yeah, like it's Kendrick doesn't really do unorthodox.
Not like that. Like I've never heard him do anything like that.
Like he doesn't really. That's not really in his. He don't really put that in his bag.
Salute to him for doing it though. Like I'm not. I'm not mad at it. It's just not. For me.
Exactly. I feel it. I thought it was good. It ain't. It's one of my one of the lows I would say maybe on the album though.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. That's the title track.
Yeah, GNX.
Yeah. So and then we have Gloria, man.
This is another high moment of the album.
I love this song
because when Kendrick is conceptual, he's a master at being conceptual. The whole time on the song, you're thinking that he's talking about a woman, but he's actually talking about his pen and what his pen has been able to do for him.
Yeah.
So to me, I want to circle back around to the overall theme of the album. Each song has concepts. But I think what he was trying to say on this album, whenever he said, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, Man at the Garden, what makes you think that you deserve to be the GOAT, strangling a goat, reincarnated with Pac and all that kind of stuff. I think what he is trying to say with this album is, I put in work. I put in the work, and y'all are trying to discredit me and that's been happening this whole year. It's been happening. People have been saying you only have been having this hard year, this great year because you diss Drake, you beef with Drake. Nah, man,
he's like, I've been putting in this work.
He's been putting in the work. Kendrick Lamar has an incredible catalog, and I think this whole entire album is him saying, stop playing with my name.
Come on, bro.
I've been putting in the work. Hard work has been here since day one.
Bro, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City.
And I think even the Hard Part 6, him going through all of the stuff, like saying, like him when he was talking about him and Dave Free had to like share food, and they didn't have places to stay, and they were like sleeping at the studio and all that kind of stuff. Like that's hard work. That's hard work. That is hard work. Yeah. And then in Man at the Garden, the line that stood out to me was when he was saying, "How can these lames speak on this game that I breathe?"
Bruh. Man.
Come on, man.
He went crazy, bro.
Come on, man. This is an incredible album.
This
is an incredible album.
It is.
I love it. It didn't make my top 10 of the year. It came out a little bit late.
Yeah, it didn't.
But it is an incredible album.
It is.
Yeah, man. Salute to Kendrick Lamar, man.
Do you got to give it more listens?
Yeah,
You got to give it more listens before you can rank it in his discography.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it more listens. So, I'm glad you asked that, because whenever it is time to rank it, the importance of this album that I wanted to speak to was the West Coast sound. We haven't had anyone in the newer generation that is at Kendrick's level that's been able to bring the West Coast to
globally.
Yeah, we haven't had that.
West Coast globally.
And I think that is important. This is an important album, because I think this is the start of where Kendrick is about to go. I think he's about to do, even if his the next album that we're saying is coming out in 2025, if there is one, even if it is conceptual, I still think it's going to be a conceptual West Coast project.
Yeah, I can see it.
So whenever it does come time for us to rank this project, we have to talk about the West Coast sound and him bringing the West Coast sound to the world. So,
yeah, because I feel like even if it's ranked in the lower tier of his projects, I feel like it'll be still one of the most important.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
Even if, because sometimes
it could still be low and still be important.
That's what I'd say, because it could still be low on the list, but it could still be one of his most important albums.
Yeah.
Because of what it's doing.
Because I feel that way about 444. Like,
exactly.
444, I probably wouldn't put that in my top Jay-Z albums, but that album is very important, because we've never seen Jay do that. Yeah, we've never seen him in that vulnerable bag like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I agree with that.
Yeah, so it could be in the lower tier, but it could be one of the most important for what it's doing for his region of the world, because it's bringing his region of the world globally.
Yeah.
To the forefront. So
yeah, man.
And then I'm wondering, is this gonna be the Super Bowl thing?
TV Off is coming on at the Super Bowl, and when that thing comes on, honestly, there's a lot of talk about him performing "Not Like Us," with what just happened. I don't know if that. I don't know.
He performs that.
I don't know if with the lawsuits. I don't know if that's. I mean, I think he may not perform it. He may let the crowd sing it, but it doesn't matter. I don't care if he doesn't perform "Not Like Us." I want to hear TV Off. I want to hear Mustard.
I want to hear that.
That's what I want to hear at the Super Bowl. That's gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna go crazy.
His performance is gonna be insanity.
Yeah, me and wifey just watched the Super Bowl performance that he did with Dr. Dre, 50 Cent.
Yeah, and that's about to be his.
Yeah.
Oh, that's about to go crazy, bro.
So I saw a lot of people saying that he may bring Janet Jackson out for Poetic Justice, but
that would be hard.
Not only just for that moment in the song, but just to. Because, when she performed with Justin Timberlake did what he did, and that almost destroyed her career.
It did, because she said people didn't want to see her, talk to her.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, because he did that.
I was like, oh yeah,
he did it to her. Like,
so confused.
Look at the way they treat women. I'm trying to black women. Like, look at that.
And if he brings out Janet Jackson, that would be incredible, because it'd be like,
we got to make that right.
I feel like it's like because you know what? Dang, that's bringing me to something he said on the album. We can't let, what he say, something about white people talking about black women.
He was talking about Andrew Schultz. He took a shot at Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne.
Took a shot at Andrew Schultz, and I almost feel like if he does the Janet thing, it'll almost be like he's saying to the media, y'all,
look at what y'all did.
We're not about to let y'all discredit black women.
Yeah.
And so I'm bringing Janet out, even though,
I would love it if he did that.
Bro, that would be so.
I would love it if he did that, bro, because Justin Timberlake.
If he ends up doing that, that'd be insane, because that just show you how insanely calculated this man is.
Yeah. And just how much he is tapped in with culture.
Yeah. He knows, bro. He knows.
I just want to end this off by saying that Kendrick Lamar dominated this year.
He did,
because of culture.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why
I'm what the culture's feeling.
I'm what the culture's feeling.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part in the whole beef. Like, when it's all said and done, we're gonna look back and we're gonna look at Euphoria and be like, yeah, that was the one.
Yep,
that was the one. I'm what the culture.
That's the best one. That's the best one in this whole battle.
Yeah, for sure.
For me,
for sure.
Euphoria. We know what Not Like Us did, but it's Euphoria. That's the one.
Euphoria is the one.
That is the one. I will forever say that. That's the one.
Yeah, I agree.
Lyrically, technically, it's just the best in the battle.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah, I have you. Have you ever did you rank? Because for me, I have Euphoria as the best one.
It's the number one.
If we're just talking about Kendrick songs, I have Euphoria, 616 in L.A.
Yep.
Not Like Us, and then Meet the Grams. That's the order. That's the order for me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the order for me.
Yeah, Meet the Grams is last for sure, because it has.
I'm gonna say I'm not replaying.
It has this dark feel.
I'm not replaying Meet the Grams.
It has this dark feel that I can't go back to.
Yeah, I'm not replaying that.
Like that, I Want You to Die.
Nah, I'm not saying it's a bad song or anything like that. Song. Incredible.
It's an incredible song.
Incredible
going
concept.
Into the battle.
Powerful message.
I can't play it.
I'm not listening to it again. So
yeah, but yeah, man. Great.
Shout out to Kendrick, man.
Great
GNX, incredible album. Y'all listen to it, check it out.
Absolutely.
Keep unpacking. I'm gonna keep unpacking because there's a lot of stuff here that I still probably missed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep unpacking it, man. And
absolutely.
Yeah, man. You got anything else you want to add or?
Nah, man.
Incredible project.
Incredible, man. We coming back at y'all in 2025. This is what? Last review of the year?
Last review of the year, man.
Yeah, man. I think this is the perfect way to end it.
Perfect way to end it with Kendrick.
With Kendrick, man. And yeah, man. I ain't got no more talking, man.
Well, yeah, we appreciate y'all for pulling up to another album review.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we'll see y'all next year.
Yes, sir.
Peace. TNT, we out.
We out of here, man.
Love.
Yep.